This is an Audio Wool original.
It is Frightday. I'm your host, Byron, and we're broadcasting from our pine-scented compound in 3 different places in separate woods. 2
That would make
of us.
them multiple compounds, not a singular compound.
Great point. Yeah, you caught me. And, you know, Everyone's always talking holly jolly this and Yuletide that. But for some folks, we should acknowledge the holidays can be a struggle. But one thing that can get us through even some of the most high-pressure holiday situations, what is it? Folks, it's friendship.
A mall Santa?
What? What does that mean?
Mall Santas.
We're going to talk about that, Advent calendars and inner voices, as we review Mike P. Nelson's remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night. To do it with me, I'm joined by Kelly.
Hi.
Video's looking great. And Jacob.
Hello.
Okay, it's
Jacob.
weird because Jacob looks okay to me.
Yeah, me too. You look like absolute trash. I don't
Okay,
know
well,
why,
you're the
but-
one that looks like trash to me, shithead.
Well, it's a good thing I'm recording from my end. A Merry Christmas. Happy to have the King of Christmas here. He's returned, Jacob. Every time this comes around, I'm reminded of the fact that it's not like you're like a big Christmas guy, but for some reason you've become our Christmas correspondent every year. I think it was you and I did Christmas, Bloody Christmas by Joe Bigos. Was that the first one we did? Maybe 2-3 years ago?
I believe so, yeah.
I wasn't there for that one. You guys
That's
didn't
right.
make me do that, but you made me do this one.
I think you were out of town, and then we did
Oh.
It's a Wonderful Knife, if you remember that film. That was Tyler McIntyre's.
Did I do that one with you?
Yeah, it's the one where the Aurora Borealis puts you in a different timeline, and Justin Long is the mayor of a town.
Justin Long. All you had to say was Justin Long, and I would have remembered it.
Well, Justin Long is like a genre guy now. I don't know if you're aware of this.
You married Kate Bosworth. So weird.
Well, that was for the film Coyotes, but he's got a new one where he's a cop who is part of a vampire gang of cops who are, I guess, murdering black people, which is pretty wild.
Why?
Like
Just
they're
because?
because they're bad cops. But Justin, I think
But they're racist vampire cops?
Yeah, basically, that's what it seems like from what I saw. But
Interesting plot.
Yeah, these cops are going into a black community to hunt them down, and Justin Long is a newly initiated cop who gets drug into this vampire situation. So
he doesn't
it's
want
a documentary?
to be doing
I mean, it's closer than you'd like to be.
it. We'll bet.
Yeah, but it's kind of been interesting to watch Justin Long return to genre because, of course, he was a Jeepers Creepers guy, and then he came back full steam ahead with Barbarian.
Has he ever said anything about that Jeepers Creepers asshole director? Has he
You
ever,
mean Victor Salva?
Yeah, has he ever said anything?
I don't think
Gone on record?
I'm unsure if he's.
I think he's in the files.
Oh God! And I can't wait.
Probably.
We're counting down, guys. We got a week to the files, by the way.
There's
next
not
Friday
going to
should
be
a lot
anything
of
really
fun.
fun in there. Okay, can we talk for a second, though, about the picture of the dentist room with the masks on the wall?
Yeah.
Nothing has scared me as much as that. That was the single scariest thing I've seen.
I mean, if we're going to talk about masks, we'll be talking about that here in a little bit. But
I've had at least 6 nightmares because of that.
All
Horrible.
that to say, welcome back, Jacob, our Christmas non-Christmas correspondent. It's nice to have you.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's a tradition, and I love traditions. And Kelly has a quote
traditions
from It's Always Sunny that she'll probably say here about traditions here in a second.
Yeah, make a tradition out of it.
There we go. That's what she always says. So
yeah, I say make an adjustment and make a tradition, but that's okay.
I don't know all of those. And I also don't have my soundboard hooked up, but we do have a phone number. It's 1-833-374-4489, 1-833-FRIGHT9. You can give us a call anytime Kelly, I received an email recently from
God.
someone. What is the first
God.
initial Z, which is kind of interesting.
Zanzibar?
We got another email from one of our favorites, whistleblowers. And of course, I did set up a section at discord.frightday.com for people to break down the contents of these whistleblowers. Jacob, what's your thoughts on Zanzibar so far? We're
Jacob's
talking.
going to say, fuck if I know who Zanzibar is what Jacob's going to say.
I think
I mean-
Jacob's been following. I mean, Jacob, you're more of a, whatever, an Allentown guy, but.
Yeah, no. Ever since Kelly killed Allentown, I've been kind of wary
I
of
didn't mean
listening.
to kill him.
I've been wary of listening to new stuff, and also, wait, I haven't been able to stop binging Come Town.
Okay. See,
Nope.
I do love
Didn't
that
do that.
podcast.
That had nothing
I'm
to do
glad-
with me.
Well, it has something to do with me, and Kelly is adverse to the name, but I think it's kind of fun.
I don't even like Come and Go, let alone Come Town. Jesus.
They're actually changing the name of that next year, by the way. That gas station is going away.
About right.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was nice. I am the soldier on the moon is the subject line, all in caps from Zanzibar. Email
Hold
address.
on, that's from Umbrella Academy.
Is it? Okay, so this is
kind of.
This is why they write kind of. Now, what does that mean? That's
Well, he wasn't
baffling.
necessarily a soldier, but he kind of was a soldier. Luther,
Okay.
who was number one, had to go to the moon because his dad made him go to the moon.
Sure. Well, we have another MP3 that has been labeled Birdman, Kelly, and we have another
Like the Michael Keaton movie?
It's similar to that, yeah, but also another genetic code. So we're going to be breaking that
Oh, okay.
down.
Well, yeah. How awesome is it that we have somebody on the Discord who's enough of a genius to understand that shit? Because I sure don't.
Well, I love it.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I've been forced to waste water by using AI to help me with that, but. Yeah, I like having a geneticist, at least a hobbyist geneticist in our Discord. So
Living such smart people, so much smarter than me. Hey, I'll also put it in front of my new research associates, Byron. You know,
Okay.
now
Yeah,
that
well-
I'm an official primary source researcher, I've got some people that know things.
yeah, let's talk about that in a second. But I wanna say we're gonna be talking about this Zanzibar in Behind the Screams, which is at Frightday Society,
Oh,
the
yeah, of
Frightday
course.
Society, the FrightdaySociety.org. Sorry, guys, give me
Like
some grace.
Ohio
It's-
State,
it's-
the Ohio State. You can't say Ohio State. You gotta
Yeah,
say-
it's the holiday season. I'm slipping, but appreciate you. Yeah, Jacob, catch up with Zanzibar. I mean, it's a weirder kind of, and I agree with the consensus in the Discord. It is a bit schizo posty, but it's kind of a fun new whistleblower. we
It is
have going.
really fun. I could be totally wrong on this. It seems more fun. I am still really wondering what the hell the deal was with Allentown. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks that there was something to that, but I do wonder if there was.
I mean, I have no idea what's going on with Allentown. I completely agree, and it's baffling that it's ended the way it did. So maybe we'll get a
It's very
Christmas
depressing.
miracle.
He very well might be dead. Makes me feel really bad.
Yeah, it could be. So, Kelly, you just got back not too long ago from an excursion to the East Coast. You didn't pop in and say hi to Jacob at all, which is kind of a rude
what?
thing to do. I don't know why you did that, but
Well, so it's because there was no time. I didn't eat or drink really at all while I was there.
no, why?
And I
doesn't
did
sound
not let
healthy.
my 11-year-old daughter drink or eat either because she had to scan documents with me 8 hours a day.
My concern was
without
this
water breaks.
exact thing, huh? Is the abuse that you. Yeah. So, well,
I mean, it was pretty insane. So we did have to drive to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, beautiful neck of the woods,
Okay.
real pretty. Also the birthplace of UPS trucks, I believe, because every other car we passed for about 100 miles was a UPS truck. Either that or the government's moving shit in UPS trucks. It's really interesting. I
that
don't
could
know.
be.
But we did primary source scanning for 6 hours at Carlisle, and for 8 hours at the National Archives, and
So let's
for 8
explain-
hours at the Library of Congress. And then we came home.
Let's explain a little bit about what you were looking for and what
Okay.
you were scanning.
So, Wild Bill Donovan, who was the guy that started the OSS and which was the precursor to the CIA, and was just one of the general OG shady old white dudes in charge of our country. His personal files are housed at the Army War College Heritage Library in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And there have been some researchers in the last year or so who think that there is a significant amount of info in those files that is notable. And it pertains to a lot of different UFO and also just interesting military situations. But Magenta, the crash that happened in Italy in 1933, and Roswell and the Maury Island incident and kind of a whole bunch of other things. So we went there to see if there was anything to it and if we could get those original documents. We ran into some obstacles. It was had a bit of a kerfluffle with a gentleman at the Army War College who...
So you didn't assault like a librarian? That's kind of what you're alluding to.
No, but I got really frustrated because I had sent everything ahead of time, and then he was like, well, I don't know. I don't think you can see this. And I was like, why can't I see it? It's been declassified. There's no reason I can't see it. Under what, on what grounds were you saying we can't see it?
Wait, were you going like full sovereign citizen on this guy?
Oh, no. For like the first 5 hours that we were there, I was like totally Jessica Simpsoning. And then at the end of it...
Mean? Are you implying that Jessica Simpson's like a dumb person or something?
No, I'm implying that Jessica Simpson is the queen of letting herself sound dumb to get by because it's easier.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. And I was totally just writing that, and that was fine. And then when he's like, well, I don't know, my boss said that this would be kind of a problem to show you. So I was like, yeah, it's just a folder in the box. You don't need to show me the whole box, but I really do need to see the folder. And I told him that I was going to file FOIA requests. And then he went in the back and did it and came back. So
who's the current CIA director?
I don't know. It's Kash Patel or Marco Rubio. They're all running all of that shit. I have no idea. All I know is that at the National Archives, there were pictures of Rubio on the wall, and it made me want to vomit.
Oh, wow. This is just in, actually. Oh, this is crazy. John Ratcliffe, the director of the CIA, is out, and it looks like appointed in his place is Clark Davis from TikTok.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
Okay, because I love that you think that would not be a feasible, real headline at this point.
Do you like Clark Davis, that like business guy who's always like really optimistic?
I don't watch TikTok. I have no idea who Clark Davis is. No. I am so busy reading documents. I don't have time for TikTok, Byron. I have time for Christmas and documents.
Yeah, we know how much you like Christmas. Yeah. Speaking of Christmas, Jacob, what kind of, I listen, a little behind the scenes, you had an inflatable plugged inside your house. I'm personally against those. I think that they're bad.
Inflatables?
I think
inflatables.
I think it's inevitable at this point that's the new standard Christmas decoration. I'm a blow mold guy.
It doesn't have to be instead of.
Well, listen, all these houses have those goddamn lasers on them. Like, of course you got lasers. You have.
It's only because Sam doesn't want to put up lights.
Is that what it is? Okay. So what were you sitting next to? A big Frosty?
A big cup of boba that usually was outside, but it's inside now. We have 3 others outside.
Well, the boba's gonna freeze. It's cold out there.
That's true. I mean, I almost got a blow mold of a Little Debbie Christmas tree cake. I saw that on Marketplace, and then I just never inquired about it. I was like, that's cool, and then forgot about it.
Yeah, there was a tragedy this year for me. I for the longest time have a year-round ghost sitting on a pumpkin blow mold outside my house. Windstorm took it out, knocked his entire face in, which was kind of brutal. And then I kept it up for the whole holiday season, Halloween, and then retired it after that.
Did I tell you my theory that it wasn't actually the wind? It was the ghost of the lady that died in your house, and she was really feeling insulted by that ghost.
She's a sweetie.
Depiction.
She's the best. Vera Lane. She was the sweet lady, 4'5", and walking around. I haven't had to get new carpets yet since I moved in because she was so small and gentle and ginger. in her presence in this house. So no, I appreciate her very much. I don't think she's.
Yeah, I'm saying she didn't like the ghost.
Is this lore that I don't know about?
What?
Oh, yeah, Byron bought the house from a dead woman.
Oh, well, yeah, she did die at some point.
So how did she get the money?
In the house. Well,
she actually left her house to the church, and an independent person sold me the house, like a representative.
And you were the best choir boy, so you got it.
Yeah, at the time I had a partner, and we kind of made it appear that it was like our starter home, and we were this like nice couple. And
yes,
I didn't realize that was so central to it. So at least she was good for something.
She was great. There's nothing wrong with her. My gosh, some things just don't work out. Goodness gracious. But
I'll carry the grudge for you. That's okay.
No, I don't think you need to carry a grudge. It's the season of moving forward, isn't it?
You don't think you need to because I've absorbed it for you.
Pass that grudge over here. I'll help.
You guys.
We'll go on a revenge mission.
All right. So, okay. Speaking of revenge missions, we're going to get right into it in a second. If you guys are prepared, I'd love us to, head over into, it's time to get to work. And these DVD copies of, it's stacking up really, really tall. Die Hard. Wait a second.
I have a Die Hard ugly Christmas sweater. And
just a second. It's not that. It's for some reason, it's the one with Kevin Smith. Live Free or Die Hard. They're not going to put themselves away. It's time for staff picks.
They say so much, but they never tell you if it's any good.
P.T.'s mom in it?
The Howling, horror, straight ahead.
Wait, that has Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
Does that one have Samuel L? I thought that one had Samuel L.
Nope, that's with a vengeance. You got to get your diehards right. Or a couple diehards back. So that's the best one. Live Free or Die Hard isn't good. Also stars Justin Long, which is kind of interesting. But
can't get rid of him.
No. I think they're good friends. Remember after that, Kevin Smith did Tusk with Justin Long. So
oh yeah, that's right.
My staff pick this year, I realized we have covered and discussed pretty much every Christmas horror film.
Nope.
Well, I think we've done a pretty good job of it. So I'm actually going to recommend a non-horror film, Kelly, because it's the season of giving.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that was an option.
It isn't for you. It is for me. Because
you fucker, I'm going to too then. Fine.
No, you can't do that. This is a little, I'll call it a mumble holiday. Listen, it's a sad movie. It's about a heartbroken Christmas tree salesman who returns to New York hoping to put his past behind him. It's called Christmas Again. And I do have a little bit of a horror connection, I guess. It's starring and directed by Kentucker Audley, who you would know from horror films like it really is, and it's an incredible
I love
name.
My boy Kentucker.
Kentucker's probably one of my favorite dudes. He runs No Budge, which is like an independent short film monthly. I guess they do live events where they screen, but also he does digital premieres of films, which is great. But yeah, you would know him from, I guess, most prominently from The Sacrament would be the best horror film.
You finally named one that I remembered.
The first VHS.
First VHS. One of my favorites, I guess it would be more of like a dark thriller. Also starring Caitlin Shale, Sun Don't Shine, directed by Amy Seimetz as well. That's one of my favorite films. Great guy. But this film, it's heavy. It's a nice little Christmas film where the main character spends the season living in a trailer and working the night shift until, get this, a mysterious woman and some colorful customers rescue him from self-destruction. So, love this. If you need like, I guess, I don't even know what to say. If you are needing a...
You said it was sad.
It is, but it's also kind of sweet, you know?
Okay, does it end happy or does it end sad?
I'm not going to spoil it. It may be a bit bittersweet, but it's a nice little film. I watch it every year this time of year, and I recommend it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm changing my recommendation then.
Yeah, what were you going to do, though?
I was going to do Santa Claus versus the Martians.
Okay, and that is something we might be doing for Cinema Autopsy this year, but...
Yeah, because it is a cult classic. But But instead, I'm going to do Last Christmas.
Okay. And tell me about that.
Last Christmas is aptly named after the wonderful Wham / George Michael song. And it just so happens that they managed to work in George Michael music to score the entire movie. And it has Emilia Clarke in it. And she plays kind of a self-destructive character who's had a bit of a rough spell. And this lovely man comes into her life and is trying to give her hope again. And
what,
it is
what kind
a
of
beautiful
accent
story.
does he have, Kelly?
British?
Oh, I thought you were going to say British or something. Usually any sort of opportunity to slide into that you would take. So maybe it's a Christmas gift.
I'm really bad at accents.
Sure.
Yeah, it is a gift to you. It is a really great movie. I think it's a little bit underwatched. It is, not as classic perhaps as like Love Actually.
Sure.
But it's a wonderful little life-affirming mystery romance holiday flick.
Well, it's a Feig too. It's a Paul Feig, so not. Does it go full Bridesmaids? Or are people shitting in like airport sinks or things? Or
no. It was like we watched this one with the girls.
Okay, that's nice. I feel like our movies have kind of paired up a little bit, Kelly. That's interesting. Jacob, do you have any staff picks for us this lovely holiday season?
Well, first of all, I want to just say I've actually seen Last Christmas.
Oh, wait, how is it? Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't remember. I remember the two main leads. I don't remember anything about the movie. But
okay, Byron, plug your ears for a second. I don't want to spoil it for you.
I know there's a twist.
There's a twist.
Wait, hold tight. You don't want to spoil it for me, but you're going to spoil it for our entire listening audience? That's ridiculous. Hold tight.
I'm spoiling it for you.
No, it's not, though. They exist as well, Kelly. Jesus.
Okay, fine. Well, I won't spoil it then.
All I know is I gave it a 2.5 stars out of 5. I didn't.
Okay, so you didn't really like it that much.
You know what, Jacob? This is really threatening our partnership.
Come on. You can't get along with everything. That's fine.
Son of a bitch. I think maybe you need to rewatch it. Were you grumpy when you saw it? Were you like going through like...
When am I not?
This guy's kind of grumpy.
I know, but like...
Perpetually
but were you
a little
like more
bit.
grumpy? Because like Sam was grumpy when he watched Prometheus the first time, and we rewatched it recently, and he was like, "Okay, actually, that's pretty good."
I mean, Sam can be wrong too, but anyway, my
Prometheus is great. You want to know why it's great? It's because it's pretty close to the real story, Jacob. That's why it's great.
I don't know what that means. Anyway,
that's how he started. You know, the guy with the cup, and he goes, and he melts him. It's like
strange thing to say. Yeah, that's weird.
So I guess my pick is going to be what I accidentally watched that I thought we were going to review. I think our signals got crossed because I thought we were reviewing A Royal Montana Christmas.
Classic
the
film.
The 2020.
You did not watch that.
The 2025 Hallmark Channel original movie.
Oh, that is a horrible movie.
I'm just kidding. I don't even know how to watch a Hallmark movie. Like, do they have their own app, their streaming app, or like
they typically go on to Netflix after a year, so you can watch like last year's ones.
And I think I gotta tell you, I think the podcast, Most Wonderful Podcast of the Year on the Audio World Network did cover that film last year. So wait, actually, this one just
recommend
came out.
Santa Fe Christmas with Mario Lopez.
Jacob, what did you watch?
All right. So I kind of wanted to. I didn't want to just pick a Christmas horror movie just because it's way too obvious.
Ridiculous.
With that being said, I actually left this up to my girlfriend to choose, and there was only one option that was going to be, and that was 2005's Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg, the wrestler. So it's just.
I was just about ready to say how I trust your girlfriend more than you, but now I'm not sure.
I think your girlfriend sounds pretty cool. And,
very cool.
And I have never seen this film. This was up for consideration last year when we were trying to figure out a cinema autopsy film, and we ended up doing Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Give me a 2-second. What's the plot line?
What's the plot line? It's got Goldberg, the wrestler, in it.
Santa Claus is actually a demon who lost a bet with an angel, so he became the giver of toys and happiness. But this year the bet is off, and Santa is about to return to his evil ways.
Yeah, so he lost a bet, like you said, and he
that
he
is
had
a
to do
stretch.
it for a millennium of spreading cheer, but he didn't want to do that. He wanted to give the gift of fear.
I watched it last year with my girlfriend. It was the first time I'd seen it, and my simple, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd, and my simple review was, it's like Idle Hands for Christmas.
That's kind of cool.
It's
But Last Christmas got 2.5.
Well, yeah. Are we talking like impulse control issues? Because we might be talking a little bit more about that later in the show as well. But
one battle after another is a 2 out of 5.
You're an idiot, and you're off the show. Like, I just don't know why we keep having this fucking idiot back.
It's around that.
You suck so much.
I think you need to wrap your head around the fact that it was not Leo's character was supposed to be critiqued. That was the point.
No. Okay. I gave it 2.5. I gave it 2.5.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. We're closing early. We're closing early. Everyone out. It's the holiday season. Time for the company party.
So good.
Over at the FrightdaySociety.org. That's where you can get over 150.
Wait, hear what you give tonight's movie.
Bonus episode. Oh gosh, I didn't even write my score down. I'm gonna be winging it.
Yeah, same.
150 bonus episodes of Behind the Screams are available at the FrightdaySociety.org, and you can explore that for free for 7 days. That's our gift to you. So
Merry holidays.
Yeah, appreciate everyone supporting us over there. And that's also where you get Frightday Morning, which is the new morning show that Kelly and I are starting to do. Twice a week, we go through my fucking inbox and I discover emails from really grounded people who are trying to get on the show, which is fun, as well as press releases.
I feel like
legitimate folks, but
some of them are pretty cool.
People try to get on the show. You just started forcing me. I don't.
Yeah, Jacob, consider yourself lucky. See,
lucky.
There are a lot of people that would give a lot to trade places with you, you know?
Sure. And consider yourself staffed. Those are the picks. It's time for us to follow the brutal path of jolly old Saint Nick as we review a remake of a film whose the original remake we covered long time ago, and I have not brought up the Covina massacre at all, Kelly, and that's a gift to you as well. It's time to talk the 2025 remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
Silent Night, Deadly Night is a 2025, let's call it a slasher film. Yeah, written and directed by Mike P. Nelson. Like I said, the second remake of the 1984 film.
What year was the last one?
2012. So it was I think actually
it's been a decade.
I know we initially, maybe our 4th episode ever was Rare Exports. Wonderful little Christmas film.
So good.
The year after that was when we covered the 2012 Stephen C. Miller remake, just called Silent Night.
Not to be confused with other Stephen Miller. That's so
no, God, that's brutal. Wow. You mean the short one? The one that doesn't like to throw away his own stuff? That guy's really cool.
God.
It's okay. We don't need to do that. But
his South Park version is great, though.
That's kind of fun. The last remake of Silent Night was not really a close remake of this film. It was more based around the Covina Christmas Massacre, where a guy dressed in a Santa suit with a homemade flamethrower went into his ex-wife's Christmas party and tried to kill as many people as he could there. His flamethrower blew up and his Santa suit melted to his body. So you can always go back and listen to that episode of that I covered, but we're not going to do that, I guess. Do I have a synopsis for this? Yes. When Billy witnesses his parents' grisly murder at the hands of Santa, It ignites a lifelong mission to spread holiday cheer. Pardon me, holiday fear. Every Christmas, he dons the red suit and embarks on a blood-soaked massacre to feed his twisted sense of justice, they say. Directed by Mike P. Nelson. You familiar with this guy? Anyone have strong feelings about Mike P. Nelson?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. I actually recognized the name.
Okay.
And then was like, who the hell is Mike P. Nelson? So clearly he hadn't made enough of an impression that he was like landing in my head for a lot of reasons. But when I looked him up, I was like, oh yeah, I guess he's fine. I mean, there was nothing that like I hated, but there was nothing on there that I was like, oh my God, this was amazing that he did. Yeah, but you guys will probably have different opinions.
Well, I don't know. Minneapolis College of Arts and Design, worked his way up through indie film scene in Minneapolis. But yeah, Jacob, are you familiar with his directing work?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he kind of likes doing reboots and remakes of movies, since he did a remake of Wrong Turn, which was unnecessary, but not terrible.
It was
not
fine.
Terrible, but not, well, yeah.
I think we did cover that on the show in 2017 as well, but or did it come out later? I feel like that was one that was shelved for a long time and eventually came out, but
I was unoffended by it because I didn't really care about the original, so I didn't really care.
No, but I one of his films, The Domestics, from 2018, blew up quite a bit, and I should correct myself now. It was 2021 was Wrong Turn, not 2017. I don't know why I thought that, but Domestics in 2018, I still haven't seen it, but a lot of people speak very highly about that film. Did you see that, Jacob?
I remember the poster, but I don't think I ever got around to it.
Yeah, it was one of those...
Post-apocalypse.
Yeah, that year, and it's got Kate Bosworth, of course, a horror icon, Kate Bosworth, who keeps showing up for some reason.
That's because of Justin.
Well, but this was pre that, and I can't mute my goddamn notifications. I feel like Kelly over here.
Yep, I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Seems like Mike P. Nelson was in that film as well. And I got to say, this guy looks cool as hell. I don't know, Kelly, you don't have your phone because you gave it to your children for some reason. But
because they had to go to the Nutcracker. You know how anti-phone I am for my kids.
Are they using the phone in the show? Like sitting in the audience? Just
the tickets were on it and it was the only way for them.
And you can't just print it? Or
you don't
what?
have a printer?
Like, you don't
can't take a screenshot and send a text to Sam? Or whoever's kind of weird.
No. The kids went solo.
Oh, you just
you
pushed your kids out of the house and
we sent the kids with two of their friends to the Nutcracker because we didn't want to go.
Oh, wow. All I was saying is that this guy looks cool as hell. He's got a rat fink hat in this picture, big old beard, looks kind of like Jacob, nice brown coat. He's inspired me to wear white jeans, and that takes a lot, honestly. But Mike,
I'm just waiting
Andrew WK, it was him.
I'm waiting for another 20 years to where I can just become the mall Santa. Like, it's coming in. The white's coming in.
I think
you could always dye it and speed up the process.
We're kind of getting to that age where we could transition into older adult easily, right? Like me as a 19-year-old.
Must be nice to be a dude. Jesus.
I mean, I think I've aged fairly gracefully, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Jacob, you could look 20 years younger just by shaving your beard, though. So
it's a necessity for the job.
The beard is? Well, yeah.
It's so cold.
Yeah. It's like
freezing
built in.
God, oh my God, this is why he's such a jolly nice guy. He actually was a sound editor on diners, drive-ins, and dives for a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
Working with Guy Fieri, one of the I guess a modern day Santa Claus, truly. Like,
is he?
Traveling across the country, giving gifts.
I don't know that
totally unrelated. Did you know Justin Long is rebooting and remaking Grave Encounters?
No,
that's weird. That's so strange.
And he what?
Okay, honestly though, I actually really like Grave Encounters.
Yeah, it's great. It's making fun of Baggins.
Okay, it is making fun of Baggins. It's also actually scary. The whole time loop thing really freaks me out, man.
It's interesting.
I really like it.
I've been watching like the what's going on over at Shudder is very Colin Minahan centric. Like it's very Brandon Christensen right now. And Colin Minahan, of course, was part of the Vicious Brothers, who were the guys that directed Grave Encounters before they split up from their directorial team. But Coyotes was actually directed by Colin Minahan. I don't know if you knew that. who also involves Kate Bosworth and Justin Long. So kind of tracks, kind of makes sense, huh?
Interesting.
Maybe that actually, makes total sense. Of course, Justin is friends with Colin Minahan if he did Coyotes with him, and now he's passing the reins, which is kind of cool. Very fun. Back to Mike, though, if y'all don't mind. He got his start as one of the 5 directors of a 2006 B horror anthology called Summer School, which I don't know anything about.
Never seen that one.
Which is very strange. Yeah, I don't know. He's been long. And then I guess the last thing he did was the 2023. He was part of VHS 85, which I don't know if I saw that one, but
I think I did see that one, and I think I liked it better than the previous one, if I remember correctly.
I think I've missed the last 2 or 3, which is kind of unfortunate. But you guys know Halloween season. Whenever they drop those, it's usually, if we don't cover it for the show, I'm never going to get around to it, which kind of freaking stinks. Yeah.
Guys,
I gotta tell you, I was pretty nervous about this film because
why?
Well, I mean, I reached. It's a theatrical film that I believe came out yesterday, technically.
Yeah,
but we were allowed access to it early as reviewers, and if they're giving us. Not talking poorly about us.
You are. That's exactly what you're doing.
Are a legacy outlet for horror news and reviews. But letting us have early access to a theatrical release is kind of a bad sign for a film. And then they lifted the embargo early, which actually kind of gave me a little bit of hope, because typically if it's a bad film, they don't want reviewers talking about films early. So I was like, what could this be? And when I sat down to watch it 2.5 hours ago, I gotta say, I wish I had a red hat that said "Make Santa Scary Again." I'm very happy about this film. I'm gonna say it right now.
So I think it's got like an 80 something on Rotten Teas.
Yeah, people are enjoying this quite a bit. And I gotta tell you, cold open though, I didn't enjoy it at all because, of course, old people cold open. I hate old people. You know that.
Why do you hate old people? They make me sad every time you say that.
I do too, and my girlfriend gets so mad at me for it.
We just don't.
I get mad at you for
aging.
It too.
I just think it's scary that people get old and die, and it sucks.
So you guys are just like Peter Thiel, then.
I just think they all turn into Republican assholes with bad opinions on everything.
That could be.
Okay, but that's not. You don't know any oldies that are like bleeding hearts. See, you gotta become friends with more oldies.
Only Ben from Ben and Jerry's is the only one I know.
Oh man.
Guy seems like a good guy.
Forced out of the company.
Hello?
Bernie Sanders?
Bernie's like 112.
So, I mean, you guys also know very much, I hate old people, but I love old people candy, which is kind of a weird paradox, right?
Are you a Werther's guy?
I love
weird.
Werther's. I like
cream savers. Are cream savers an old people thing?
I don't know. That's kind of a 90s candy.
I think they're old people thing. I think they are, Jacob.
Any sort of hard candy. Love it. So yeah, we start out this film in an old folks home. And that is kind of, I think actually, even though it's only been a year since we've seen the last film, that's where the original started as well.
Yep. I actually watched both movies in the past.
Great. Thank you so much for doing that, because it's going to help me quite a bit.
Good work.
We've got.
Was this pretty close?
It's interesting. And I will say, even though Byron sent me a text saying he really hopes this Netflix merger goes through and he loves streaming and death to theaters, I like
it better than the Paramount guy, by the way. Come on now.
My girlfriend and I actually went and saw this in the theater on Thursday night.
Awesome. What was the energy like, by the way?
Empty.
That makes sense, actually.
I mean, it was a Thursday night Christmas season.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's an indie film. Let's be real. Yeah. That's was it Cine Space? Is that
Cine Strange?
Cine? Who's the really Cineverse? Pardon me.
Cineverse
put this out, and we start out old folks home. Little Billy, we kind of are walking around from his perspective, and he's there to meet his grandpa, who's is it a nursing home? Is it a memory care unit? In the original film, it felt like more like a memory care unit because the old grandfather was kind of despondent.
Yeah, he was like mute. He was like totally catatonic.
He wasn't, yeah. And when the family went away to talk to the doctor, that's when the grandpa kind of lit up and talked to Billy and freaked him the fuck out, just like I would be, because I don't like old people. But
oh my God.
What? I'm sorry. This old guy, though, for a second thought it was Fred Durst. I don't know why. Fred Durst has been playing old people quite a bit lately. Remember, I saw the TV Glow. He was a scary dad.
I was going to say just that. Anything else?
No, I mean, he was also an old version of himself in that Kyle Mooney movie. But,
Y2K?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. But this grandpa, do you like pickles on your hamburgers? Sauerkraut? And those seemed like kind of fun inside jokes that showed Billy, the young Billy, that he was kind of back for the moment, at least, like these are like references that I think were very familiar and very heartwarming for Billy to be experiencing by himself. That is until his grandpa starts coughing and needs water, and then does a big old practical blood puke, which is a lot of fun. And we're hit with a very lovely title card. Silent Night, Deadly Night. And
every time title cards come up, my brain always says, oh, Byron would like that, or oh, Byron would really hate that.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I don't even have opinions about them. I just think about what yours would be.
They make or break a movie for me. I used to have a Tumblr page dedicated to screenshots of title cards that I liked.
You gotta send me that link, dog. That would be a lot of fun. I used to do. You
guys are kind of crazy people.
No, not at all.
It's really weird when you don't get one until the very end of the movie, right before the credits.
Yeah, and that's, less fun unless it's really good, unless it's very earned, But I love this. Like, there's something, again, I entered into this entirely skeptical of, like, what is this? What is this?
I was too.
And I was immediately kind of impressed by the tone. It felt a little bit rushed. It felt like whenever they were doing things that were intentional nods to the original, it felt like the clip was a little bit different. Because honestly, the 1985 film is a little weird. Like there's something.
There's not a whole lot that happens. It's like, I feel like it almost takes place over the course of a day or two. Like it's very quick.
It does, and this goes over the course of 5 days, I think, technically, with some flashbacks, stuff like that. But
was the Advent a part of the original, Jacob?
Oh no, we'll talk. Can we talk about that in just a sec once we get to it?
Because I love Advent calendars.
I agree completely. So Grandpa is going to be totally fine. Wait a second. Grandpa is not going to be okay because he's dead. But he is in heaven, which is cool. So that's nice to know. That's what's told to young Billy sitting in the back seat. His dad, George Santos, is in the front seat, which is kind of cool as well. We don't really get much. It looked a lot like George Santos.
It looked a lot like George Santos. I will give you that, Byron.
Ozembic George Santos, yeah.
I will totally give you that.
Mom, we didn't really see too much of, but I feel like Billy's relationship to his mother in 1985's version is very different than it is in this. But all that aside, we've got an adult Billy.
In the 1985 version, whatever the negative relationship was with the mom, I think was covered by the foster mother in this one.
Oh, I don't know, Billy. Did Billy have a bad relationship with his mom in the 1985 one?
Well, he had a good relationship with her in this one, so I assumed that it must be the opposite if you were saying
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying that he didn't get much, there wasn't much context to their relationship. I felt like the connection to his mother in the first one, watching her die and her trying to protect him, felt a little bit more vivid than it did in this. The flashbacks that we're seeing in this, it was kind of like I wasn't terribly sold of the relationship that he had with his family in the flashbacks, really. Like, what we have
his family
so far
was kind of shitty.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think
they killed the grandpa. So
they killed the grandpa. Yep, didn't
they're
really
kind of shitty humans.
Yeah, they didn't do that in the first one.
Yeah, you're right. But like in the original, did he have a good relationship with his family, or was it similar?
Seemed to be fine. Seemed a little better than this. What I thought.
Well, we wake up in the present December 20th, a cold sweat. We've got someone that people consider a hunk, and I'm kind of curious. Jacob, I trust you to be able to identify a hunk. Rowan Campbell, who the fuck is this guy playing Billy?
So he was actually in another movie this year that came out. Something in my top 10 of the year, which is The Monkey.
Okay, all right.
What was he in The Monkey?
He was that one dude with like the mullet and like the like he looked like an 80s biker.
Yeah, he was the one who was trying to kidnap that person.
Yeah, he ended up with the monkey at one point.
He had the bees in his mouth.
I thought the monkey was great.
Yeah, but apparently a lot of people. Oh my god, this makes so much sense. A lot of people call this guy a hunk. To me, he feels more like a Barry Keoghan type character. And then I look down.
I think Barry is infinitely better looking than this dude.
They are both not my guy, not my type. So that's kind of interesting.
Well, you don't have a type.
No, I can recognize a style of a guy that I would be like, this guy's cool, and I'd like to emulate.
My type is Christopher Abbott.
I like Christopher Abbott too. Yeah. I'm good with that.
So
Tom Hardy.
Okay, see, I could respect that as well.
I like knockoff Tom Hardy more than actual Tom Hardy.
And who is that?
Like actual Tom Hardy.
The dude from the TV show Quarry and The Invitation.
Oh, Green. What's his name? What is that guy? Three name. The Invitation. Dallas,
Gordon Michael?
It's not Dallas Green, of course. That's the singer of the Logan Marshall Green.
Yeah, Logan Marshall Green. Yep.
I love Logan Marshall Green as well. Yep. Upgraded. What's he been doing? He's been kind of laying low, huh?
Not enough.
Not enough. All right.
Oh yeah, he was in that Big Sky show in your guys' backyard.
I bet they shot it in Canada. But I was only saying that it's weird because Barry Keoghan, of course, famously dated Sabrina Carpenter. But in 2024, this guy starred in her music video for Taste.
Isn't it Keegan? Isn't it Barry Keoghan?
Yeah, I say it wrong on purpose because I don't know how to say it right. Taste by Sabrina Carpenter. It may not be Keegan either. Are you listening? Do you know what I was saying, Kelly?
You want to know why I know that? Because my basically almost adopted son told me that whole story this summer when he came to visit.
What is the story that you're thinking I'm saying? That Sabrina Carpenter dated Barry Keoghan?
Yep.
Okay.
And that she wrote a song about him.
I didn't know that, and I don't know that. I just was going off of what I know of their relationship history. That's all.
Oh. She wrote a song for him.
That makes sense.
Him, not for him.
Do what you got to do. This isn't our room. He woke up in a cold sweat in a motel December 20th. There is a guy violently dead in the shower. Guys partially dismembered, it looked like. I wasn't exactly sure. It seemed like his arm had been cut off. But yes, we are introduced to Kelly, what you were discussing a second ago, a Geen-style advent calendar, which is kind of fun. Usually you get something out of an advent calendar. This one is the opposite. You put something in. Every time you kill someone in, I guess, the month of December, you take their blood and dip it into a little thing and close it.
He's got to satisfy his thirst. I don't know. He's got to, whatever it is. But one a day for the whole month.
Which is cool. And at least he tips well if he's going to leave a mess behind in a hotel, because he does slip a 20.
That was very kind. That was exactly what I thought. And from the get-go, I'm like, oh, okay, so he kills people, but he's not that bad.
Yeah. And speaking of killers, am I crazy to feel like this is... It felt very Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, kind of like in tone.
Yeah, I could see that because
70s, like the way they shot it. It's not overly grainy, but cinematically, you can see that it's kind of nodding to that era. I don't know.
I could see that. Even just the shitty kind of subpar hotel room, and then in a small kind of middle of nowhere town. I mean, all of that does feel on brand, I guess.
So he was awakened by a voice of a character who I called Santa in my notes because I thought that was fun. We've got ourselves an internal
dialogue.
Was
Charlie?
It was, and I don't know when that was really revealed necessarily, but I feel like he did call him Charlie a couple times, but yeah. Kind of corny sometimes, but I thought this was a really interesting narrative device. The original, like Jacob said, very meandering, very aloof film. And there's something about this that really steers things, I think.
Yeah, but it felt like Billy had purpose.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe that's necessary with a story like this. Jacob, what I first thought was this reminds me of Dexter, and I think maybe
yeah.
Why did you say Jacob? I watched Dexter.
Oh, because I was trying to involve Jacob in the conversation as a good host.
Yeah, not only the like inner monologue narration kind of thing, but I mean the advent calendar was just like Dexter's little
slides.
Yeah, his little trophies. The motivation behind the killings is like, I'm like, okay, they just said let's remake Dexter, but through the lens of Silent Night Deadly.
Yeah, there's some morality,
which is very interesting because it's like this movie was there's so many aspects that are very one for one with the original, but then there's so much other stuff that's like totally
things
nothing
are driving.
It's like
plot.
It's crazy how different and similar at the same time it is.
Interesting. Okay.
And then something got pointed out to me. I don't know. I think it was a Reddit post that I could not shake, which is unfortunate. Probably one of the most horrifying things that I realized very quickly. Someone pointed out that it's like Venom.
I never saw those, so.
Oh, good. Wow. I didn't either, but I know. Yeah.
Speaking of Hardy.
Speaking of Hardy.
It's
it's actually the only Tom Hardy movies I haven't watched.
It's in the voice that is represented, like it's exactly the same, and it's kind of haunted me. Can't unhear that kind of stuff. Not like Venom is a bad movie, but like I wanted it to be more of this kind of like, I don't know, like a more auditory version of Maniac, I guess, in a way, right? Like this dark passenger like Dexter, but I don't know. Yeah, I like it. How do you guys feel about the voice? Like it's one of those things that could really like make or break a film. I think it was a bold move.
I liked it just because I think that without it, it would have been kind of weird. I don't know. I guess probably like what the original was from what you guys are, the way you're describing it. I wanted to like his character in this movie. I really like rooting for an underdog that's, of this sort. I loved Dexter, and so I really liked the mechanism of the voice.
Yeah.
And I thought that it worked really well, but I don't know, Jacob.
I mean, so I have a hate relationship with voiceover narration in movies.
Sure. Okay.
With that being said, like obviously, like I love Dexter. That didn't bother me. When it first happened in this film, it was pretty jarring. I was like, what is that? Like, what's going on? Who, like, but after I got into the rhythm of the movie and kind of, buckled in, I was like, okay, this isn't like, I have no problem with this. Like, I thought it was a cool new addition.
Once we enter Hackett,
that you really didn't know what it was.
Right.
I mean, like my brain was like, okay, so is he just like super traumatized, Michael Myers style from, shitty childhood, or is he actually, schizophrenic? Is there something more going on? Is there a ghost involved? Like, I liked that it was clearly such a core part of his path and his existence, and it played a big role in the movie, but it was a while before we figured out what the answer to that question was, and I kind of liked that too.
Yeah, and it made you curious enough to not check out when you get kind of like bombarded with this, what is like kind of, again, it could be really cheesy. So we decided to go get coffee after killing that guy in the hotel. We are I guess we hop on a bus, and then we end up in Hackett, Minnesota, and this is the first time we hear the phrase from the voice saying, "Why don't you look around?" or suggesting that he like look up and try to see what something. And that's again this, I guess I called it Santa radar or something. I can't remember what I wrote in my notes, but again, yeah, we'll get to it. But killing is nice, but Billy is drawn to finding love as well, which is nice. He's got a soft spot that he's looking to fill, and he finds that at the diner. And after it leaves the diner, it heads to Ida's trinket tree. He's very drawn to Pamela. And yeah, of course he was looking at her hands, not her ass. And that's kind of nice, right? Sweet little chemistry. Nice little moment.
Yeah. I thought that it was funny when she was like, that's weird. I liked her.
Okay.
I also liked her as soon as one of the townspeople talked shit about her. I was like,
yeah, everyone
like her.
doesn't seem to have a good reputation in this small little town for some reason.
I don't know. It's typically a good sign.
They called her a firecracker. Is that one of the words?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. And she, of course, played by Ruby Modine, who, I don't know, I recognize her from a short stint on Shameless, but also she was in a couple horror films. What was it? I wrote
Happy
it down.
Death Day.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate
and
Satanic Panic, of course, written by Ted Gagan. So, not an unfamiliar face, but not like something that would jump out to me necessarily. But I feel like she's related to Matthew Modine.
I was just gonna say she has to be. It's got to be his daughter.
I think that's right. Is that right? Okay, that is right. Very cool. I like her. She's a firecracker, and she doesn't hate Billy, really. I don't know. Personally, though, let's not go away from Ida's trinket tree too quickly. I was worried I was going to miss the kind of big traditional toy store that we see in like 80s and 90s Christmas movies, like big bouncing balls, fake snow, like big displays, that kind of thing. But I really like the small town elements, like that they took the turn in Hackett. Like Ida's is like kind of a bit more cozy, and then the room that Billy's staying in, the person that's renting to him, very like, I don't know. It felt like seaside small town in a way. I don't think we ever see the ocean, but we're in Minnesota, so there's
Minnesota,
no ocean.
Byron.
A whole bunch of fucking
guys,
links.
I'm sorry. You keep going. I gotta go. I've got an eyelash in my eye, and it's killing me. You guys keep going.
We'll be back. I'll give you an update.
I feel like this town has a population of like 30 people.
Sure, but it feels almost like a tourist town, right? Like
a little bit, yeah.
I think it feels really charming. I don't know why. To me, it reminds me of Pacific Northwest, but clearly, yeah, Minnesota.
It's definitely the kind of place where, like, yeah, if you're like at a diner and you see someone who doesn't live in that town, you're gonna look at them and be like, "Oh, I don't know that person. Who are they?"
Yeah, which is way different than what we see in 1985's version, right? Which I don't know, felt like more suburban almost. Like I don't know where it was.
I don't know it was filmed in Utah. I don't know if it was set in Utah, but
you know what I'm saying. It felt a little bit more commercial, right?
Yeah, yeah. The first one, I feel like you're just in the mountains, like that's it.
Yeah.
The first one almost had driving scenes reminiscent of like The Shining. The opening of The Shining is like through, although that's with a much bigger budget, and it's actually like pre-drone, so they're probably actually in a helicopter, like flying or something.
Do you know that was Glacier National Park? That was the going to the Sun Road.
It's like,
but yeah, we got like in the original Silent Night, Deadly Night, we get like a panning of a car driving through snowy mountains that seemed very similar. Just like it was more just set still on the ground, tracking the vehicle instead of flying through the air.
You know who also used Utah in a winter horror film? I think maybe not winter. Was there sequences in the winter? Ari Aster in Hereditary shot in.
I gotta go.
Oh yeah, there was a winter scene for sure.
Jesus Christ! Sorry, Jacob,
the Killing of Two Lovers was shot in Utah, and that
one of the best fucking movies of all time.
It's amazing and it's gorgeous, and that filmmaker is amazing.
Has there been a follow up yet?
Yeah, it's called The Integrity of Joseph Chambers.
Oh.
That movie played at the Denver Film Festival when I was still living out there, and he was there, and there was nobody in the audience, so I stuck around and like talked with them for like 20 minutes afterwards, just one-on-one. Yeah, super cool.
Who was the director?
Oh, no,
I got it.
Me on the spot.
No, you're fine.
So
Robert.
Mashin or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's actually a photographer by trade, and he teaches a photography course at a college. But so obviously when he transitioned into making movies, his movies are just gorgeous. Like they're gorgeous.
Yeah. Stunning.
Which is a shame that The Killing of Two Lovers only has a DVD release. Like put that thing on Blu-ray, put that thing on 4K. Like, what are you doing?
Beautiful film, and kind of a heavy one too. Probably one of the more emotionally heavy films.
Yeah. It's one of those movies where I love it more than anything. I wouldn't recommend it to almost anyone.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it.
Well, never mind. I was going to watch it. Never mind.
Well, how is your eyelash, Kelly? Doesn't matter.
No.
Cough into the mic. Just don't forget who you are and what you do. That's the advice that the voice.
Why I will keep coughing into my mic.
Gives Billy before he wakes up on the 21st. He got a gig at Ida's. He's working. He is helping out his new crush, getting a pre-lit tree and some angels together for her. And we almost got away from Billy to Bill. We almost got that shift. Unfortunately, nope, still Billy. I don't know. I don't trust
it. I appreciated the fact that he was like, yeah, no, fuck you. I like Billy. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I did. I like that exchange. I thought that was really fun.
Come on, Kel.
People call me Kel. It doesn't bother me.
I know, I'm just kidding. She is kind of a cool weirdo, true crime junkie with EPD, explosive personality disorder.
Is that a real one? Is that real?
No, that one doesn't.
I think it is.
Wait, really? I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't think that's true.
I think it is.
I kind of, woke is dead, which is cool. So I guess we can say stuff like that, right? We can make a mental health reference to a serious condition and change it to EPD, but okay, that's fine, right?
No, I actually think that it is a real thing.
It is not real. EPD is not real.
It was in a movie, so it's real. They wouldn't put something fake in a movie.
You jerks, that's not why I think it's real. I'm going to look it up now.
It's not a formal diagnosis, it says here, but it usually refers to intermittent explosive disorder, which is IED, which is kind of funny as well.
I know there's emotional dysregulation, I think.
Yeah, that's a real one. Either way, I don't think that that's what the reference is. That's just what her dad, who owns the trinket shop, says. So we get these fun title cards, though. Kill George. George is a guy that Billy thinks is flirting with this crush of his.
He's
kind of acting creepy. Can't have that. So he decides to. This is kind of the first sequence where we get to see really Billy in action. Always take your boots off at the door, even if you're going to murder the naughty. Apparently, that's the rules. We get a fun little chop to the head, and we don't pull punches, which I really appreciate. Looked good, right?
Yeah, that's a good chop.
I kind of liked that the first kill wasn't like anything too over the top either. It was just almost like a creep style axe to the head, right? Like just not too much tension, not too little tension, but just enough.
Well, they had to save it for one of the later scenes.
They sure do. We've got 3 more days. He does the advent calendar tap, wakes up next day. Oh, wait, I think we get a flash before that, a flashback to what happened to the young Billy. And we keep getting these little moments because, of course, we didn't even talk about this. This is the trauma that Billy experiences that follows him into adulthood. After leaving the nursing home where his grandfather had just died, I don't know why the dad stopped. Was it at a stoplight? What was his deal?
I think it was at a stoplight, and then somebody behind him rolled into him and hit him.
Bump.
Yeah, but why didn't he go? I was confused. He was stopped for a long time. Like,
was he waiting for a red light to change?
I don't know.
I think it was something like that. Yeah.
I think what he was doing was scamming his donors. Because his name is George Santos.
Yeah, well,
But, this person dressed up as Santa Claus ends up killing George Santos with a shotgun, and we get sporadic little clips of the rest of how that night went as the movie goes on. But I kind of like those flashbacks. I think young Billy does a good job.
It was interesting because whereas in the first movie, they just show you the scene outright of his parents being killed, and that's sad.
Yeah.
This one started showing you that, and then it jumped forward, and then every flashback just gave you a little bit more, and a little bit, like kept feeding you that one scene, but very slowly and in pieces.
Which I appreciated. Yeah.
For me, it was partially unraveling the mystery of who this voice was, right?
Sure.
And I liked that was kind of strung out. It made it more interesting to me because, I guess it was very deliberately framing Billy as a good guy, and so it left me wondering that whole time,
right? Like,
I don't know, like he's nice, he's killing bad people. I mean, if you had any doubts about him, his behavior the next day.
The 22nd, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of settling in, which is nice. He must have gotten an Amazon order because he's got a Doug Funny style closet full of Santa suits, which I like a lot.
I love a Doug reference. I'm really proud of you.
Well, you're welcome. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like if they tracked down the January 5th pipe bomber by their shoes, I think you would know if Billy was, coming in and killing folks, right? They would have stopped this sooner. It seems like he had a streak of 10 years going from what I saw, but 10 years and
different towns,
25 people dying at a time. I guess people don't.
Charlie was helping him. Yeah, and Charlie was helping him navigate.
He does drift, and
also nobody really seems to care about these murders. Like the cops don't seem enough to care about it to like actually try to solve it.
He was
like, I want to get back. I just want to get back with my ex-girlfriend. I don't care about these murders.
This bitch left me, and I don't have time to. That's kind of their attitude, right? A lot of fun. Yeah. But
one thing I don't know. I just got to say, I don't know if I liked Charlie killing them, the parents.
Charlie's
with
the voice
shotgun.
For people. Yeah.
Like,
why do you say that?
I don't know. Something about the original I liked better. Just made it seem a little more mean when it was done with knives, and like it's so much more up close and personal, and you're like physically there, not from afar.
But I think that's why, because this was definitely presenting again kind of this Dexter level killer, which evokes a whole lot more. I don't know, maybe he's great than your standard. And so the fact that it wasn't as personal and up close, I guess, maybe helped contribute to that.
I think that's interesting. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure where I land. I mean, I'm glad they didn't do like a sharpened candy cane or something. Like, I mean, that would have been a little bit
hilarious.
Watch Santa's sleigh.
Sure, I bet that's in there, huh?
One thing I noticed that I didn't really pay attention to when I first watched the original, is there's a lot of unnecessary boobs in that movie.
I was going to point it out.
First kill, the mother got to rip the shirt off before slicing her neck.
Yeah,
and I think there was 4 different actresses who got topless in that movie.
80s,
and I'm just like, man, is not necessary.
Very leery behavior back then, and it was super unnecessary.
Yeah, horror was definitely not, as I don't know. It's not this in the same place it is now.
Like, I mean, Jacob, you and I, we've seen plenty of exploitation films from the 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. I think we're both like not anti I Spit on Your Grave necessarily, but like I think tonally the original Silent Night, Deadly Night wasn't that, and no. I did immediately clock that this film lacks that sort of kind of the sexual assault element that was in the 1985
it's just a lot less rapey.
Which is good. Like, it didn't need it.
Oh, yeah. That's in the original film. The first murder occurs because his crush was about to get raped. Like, it was in the middle of a rape and he goes and saves her.
Exactly. And it's just like super kind of odd. There's like a date rapey kind of element.
Why was that in that? Why was it?
Well, I mean, listen, sometimes people feel like they need to force a creepiness, and there is a little bit of that in this. But it's I guess it comes through more with like a touching of the shoulder and a sniffing of the head, which we'll get to in a second. But the voice. One day, all of this will be hers. Oh wait, that's not the voice. That's the dad. I like the dad, by the way. He's a much better character than the manager in the original.
Yeah, the dad is good.
Just a sweet dude. I think he jokingly says he's protective of his daughter when he kind of gets the sense that Billy has a crush on her. He's also kind of clueless, a little dopey, but not like overly dopey. Just kind of like every dad that you would hope your girlfriend's dad to be like, right? Like this kind of character.
He is a little negligent, though. Like, a new kid rolls into town out of nowhere, murders start happening. You're like, yeah, go try to date my daughter.
Why don't you go date my daughter?
I've known you for 24 hours. Like, cool, go date my daughter. She's great.
Well, remember, her sister has a kid, and I assume a family. Like, I mean, she's not. I'm not saying everyone has to follow the traditional path, but like, I think maybe he's hoping that his daughter would catch up a little bit, right? Maybe he wants her to settle down and be happy.
Or maybe his daughter's in her goddamn 20s, maybe 30s, and he has enough respect to be like, she can make her own goddamn choices. She's not a helpless woman. Well, maybe that's his attitude, huh?
Maybe that maybe is his attitude. And I actually trust him to navigate that all on his own. Like, I think that he has a very great relationship with his daughter. So I think I just like him is all I'm saying. That's all. He wants what's best for his daughter. Jesus.
Yes.
But we see some kind of softening between what's her name, by the way? Played by Ruby. What's your ringtone, by the way? Jacob, what's your ringtone?
My phone is on silent 24/7. I just opened an Instagram video and it started playing noise.
Okay. I don't know. It sounded like a ringtone. Pamela softens with Billy by inviting him to help her take her nephew to hockey practice. Just kind of a cute little date.
That gives it an extra half a star point no matter what. Anytime hockey is included in a movie.
You do like hockey.
Inside Out, best Pixar movie because a little kid plays hockey.
Okay, Inside Out's the best Pixar movie because Inside Out's the best Pixar movie.
I think it's
like mental health for everyone. Everybody should be made to watch that movie.
Did you see the new Pixar movie coming out in like March?
I don't watch cartoons.
It looks so good.
What's it called?
I don't know. It just has a cute little animal.
Apparently,
I love cute little animals. I like the alien one.
Pam's mom died like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Hoppers.
Except she had a seizure in her car and crashed the car, and that's kind of sad.
Who did?
The mom died. Pamela's mom died in a car crash after having a seizure. I don't know if you were paying attention.
Yes. But, sorry.
But yeah, she's kind of discussing her relationship with her dad, saying that she's the heiress of the trinket shop because the sister's struggling to be there after losing the mother. This was like a nice kind of warm place for them, and it's hard to be there with her not, But this is where Billy opens up and says he's been drifting his whole life since he's 8. But that's interrupted, of course, by Jacob sending me a text message of Hoppers, the new film from Pixar. Coming March 8th.
Honestly, you got to get on board with Pixar. Pixar's so goddamn good.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
WALL-E?
We've got another target in the background, a shithead hockey mom. Did those exist, Jacob?
If there's a sport the kids play, there are shithead parents that go along with it. It doesn't matter.
Are the worst, but maybe hockey ones are.
No, football parents or baseball parents are probably the worst.
Yeah, well, simultaneously, we've got some fucking bullies.
I feel like lacrosse has outdone soccer lately.
Really?
I think you're absolutely correct.
What about rugby parents? Are they fine? They seem kind of chill, right?
I've actually never even heard anything about rugby parents.
We got shithead mom and some bullies. But yeah, they're actually just all messing around, so never mind, right?
No, they were not messing around. They were being bullies.
I was just saying what the ref told her after she.
Yeah.
Because Pamela, again, she's got what is it? EPD, explosive personality disorder. She sees her nephew getting shoved and his stick thrown by these bullies, and then she gets on the ice and assaults these children, which is kind of interesting. You ever hit a kid, Kelly?
No.
You ever want to hit a kid?
Yes, but not very much, because one of the things that I try to have an attitude about with my girls is that most things, I mean, there are exceptions, but most things, I'm like, it's good for them to deal with and figure out. There was a Mormon kid on Halloween that was being really mean to Creature and like knocked her bucket over.
Why do you gotta bring up their faith? That's kind of wild, right?
Because he's this self-righteous little shit that tells everybody anyhow.
Okay.
And I was really inclined to punch him, but instead I took her home and showed her the South Park episode about Mormonism.
Oh, that's a great idea. Next time anyone of any sort of different belief hurts your children, just go mock them privately.
He uses his faith as something that makes him better than other people to the kids at school.
Speaking of people,
so he deserves it.
Okay, so she fights these bullies. Pamela is a bit of a pipe bomb with someone else inside of her. That's what she says to Billy, which is kind of interesting.
That's what Billy's kid says, or that's what her nephew says.
Oh my gosh, thanks for saying that, which is kind of the nephew said that. Thanks for that correction.
You're welcome.
We're at the police station. There's posters for someone called the Snatcher, which is kind of interesting. It reminds me we're running out of names. The black phone guy is called
the
right?
grabber.
Like the grabber. So apparently the snatcher is stealing kids. There's
grabber.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's all non-consensual, and I don't support it anyway.
Naughty.
10 kids missing.
As opposed to consensual kidnappings? What the fuck do you even mean?
Yeah, have you not heard of Blackout?
Excuse me? I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Oh, the like haunted house.
It's like an extreme haunted house where you just sign up online and then they'll just literally come kidnap you at some random point. They follow you for days.
I don't think I'm interested in that. And I'm like pretty open for the most part, right?
I'm so into it.
You want to get snatched?
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
I'd get snatched.
All right. 10 kids are missing, which I think seems like a lot. But it kind of puts us in this like surreal alternate kind of world, right? Like it's not quite It's a Wonderful Knife, really, but like in this world, like, you know, more bad stuff happens in an elevated way.
I feel like 10 kids in this town is at least half the school.
Yeah, I mean that's like we're talking. This is weapons level.
Was it all in this town? I thought it was in the area.
It could have been in the area, but they were all up on posters in the police station. So who knows, you know? But Pamela, she's in the interrogation room. She's got a cop ex named Max who he gets her off from these charges, even though it seems like the parents weren't going to press charges at all. But he's
so I get the sense that he was trying to be like the hero, but really he didn't even have to do much.
Yeah, he didn't have to do anything. Well, he's the worst guy. I think this is when and this is kind of interesting considering our main character is a murderer. This is the creepiest shit. He does this look at me thing to her, which, like excellent delivery of that very subtle line. She says, you punched me in the face. Clearly we're not going to get back together. And then he gets behind her and touches her shoulders and sniffs her head, which I gotta say, like the creepiest moment of this movie.
Yeah, that was very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like,
yeah. And it was obvious that even though she gives off the presence of somebody who is certainly self-assured and confident and can handle her own stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously was petrified of this dude. So it's horrible to think about what he had done to her in the past. I mean, we know he punched her, horrible enough, but it really seemed like it was probably a much more long-standing
abusive
emotional abuse nightmare situation.
Yeah. I mean, just a kind of a nasty guy. But she gets out, and Billy's voice is saying to look up, and this is kind of the first time where he doesn't listen. He kind of misses a signal because he's too busy being domestic, which is the lesson here. Is if you're a killer, you got to do what's best and keep on killing, right? Then things get a little mushy, and he, asks the question every girl, honestly, with an open heart is looking to hear, right? May I borrow your car? Which is kind of romantic, right?
I even liked that exchange, though. Like, she was fun about it. She was like, she called him on being pretty tacky to ask, and then was just kind of goofy about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice.
I thought it was nice, too. Says jokingly, you got a hot date with Delphine, which I think, is Delphine the name of the owner?
The shitty mom.
No, that's right. Yes, because she introduced him to Delphine, the shitty mom, and he said, my camera died. You have no idea. And when he's driving, I felt like the voice was basically like a tom-tom, which is kind of fun. That's an old reference, right? Remember those things?
Oh, I remember.
Imagine, Kelly, it's those when you
standalone GPS unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And you could have like Darth Vader tell you to take the second turn on the roundabout, which is kind of fun.
That's actually what I do remember about it. Funny enough. Okay.
I'm going to replace a battery in my camera, so you can set up what's going on next, though.
Well, this is my favorite part of the movie. Spoiler alert for highs and lows. He goes to this party that's happening in a warehouse or something like that. I don't know, like a building in the middle of nowhere. And you can tell right away
at the door.
Yeah, you can tell it's a weird kind of party because there are a bunch of guns hanging up on a board outside, and he gets checked by this guy. Yeah, is that
not the parties you go to?
Yeah,
that seems like a Montana thing. I think it's kind of
very Montana.
No, nobody would make them take their guns off at a Montana
That's
party.
true. We get to keep them there.
Yeah, but he goes inside after
honestly,
being
kind of
searched.
embarrassing. Everyone shows up at this party. You show up in your best outfit, and everyone's wearing the same thing. How embarrassing, Kelly.
Not quite, though, because some of them are wearing Nazi paraphernalia because it is a white power Christmas party.
Kelly, we're at the 3rd annual I'm dreaming of a white power Christmas party. Of course, yes.
I felt like that was a little too... Like, you could have just said, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I would have gotten the same exact point across. But adding the power just makes it too on the nose.
This woman drives a 4-wheeler and carries some kind of crazy machine gun. I don't think she is subtle in any way.
We got Kill Delphine title card, which I really enjoy. And then that changes.
Right, but then it turns to kill Nazis because he's going to kill all of them. Because there are swastikas all over the place. Now, this was fun because most of my primary source research has been tied to stuff that we did arguably for the Nazis towards the end and after World War II.
Yeah.
Not just in paperclip. It was worse than that. We really just helped the Nazis in so many ways. As long as they weren't communists, it was fine, according to most of the people that were in charge. Anyhow.
Well, I hate communists, of course, right?
I'll take a communist over a Nazi any old
day. Any day, yeah.
Anyhow, this was amazing Kelly, because...
Guns are for pussies, right?
Yeah. He goes back and he gets his sturdy, trustworthy axe, and he comes back and just the most hilarious, over-the-top slaughter of like 100 Santa-clad Nazis.
Yeah, I saw some criticism for this big, massive massacre scene. Someone said it was
Somebody wants to commit a massacre of Nazis. I'm totally okay with it.
That wasn't the problem. I think it was like, one, I did clock the weird axe moves. He tries to do like a baton spin kind of thing, and I didn't really
I saw it. I liked it.
I didn't really like that. That was kind of bad. But also, some people said that it was a little too shaky. But I think it portrayed itself as like a pretty cool like little massacre sequence for Nazis, right? Like very Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS we have here. That's kind of what the woman
was. Awful. She's in she was in the bathroom doing blow when it all started, right?
Because Nazis love doing cocaine, apparently. Like I feel like that's a trope that like I've seen in cinema quite often, right? Like I know that technically Hitler was a meth guy, but I don't know.
Well, Hitler was just a whatever guy because
Yeah, but
I really liked it because she was freaking awful.
Oh, she's the worst. And what do you think about the kills though in general?
Loved them, but there was one I loved the most.
CG any day, right? Like,
yep. Well, and especially drawing back to you were discussing earlier the movie Hereditary.
Sure.
Especially when the Delphine Nazi in her sexy Santa suit is trying to escape.
I don't know about sexy.
Well, that's what she was going for sure.
You think
on her 4-wheeler? Oh yes, on her 4-wheeler, and gets decapitated, and it was glorious.
So
that was my favorite.
This reference, Jacob,
call back to the first movie where there are a couple bullies who steal someone's sled.
Yep,
and Billy doesn't like that. I think his name was Billy in the first one too, right?
It was Billy.
Yeah. So, the first one comes sledding down, all's fine. Second one comes down and he pops out from behind a tree and just head right off.
It's a cool sequence. I actually really like that one. Yeah.
So when I just rewatched it the other night, I watched, I have a 2-disc version that has the theatrical cut and then a extended unrated cut. And the thing with the unrated cut is the source material for the scenes that were cut for theatrical are very poor quality. So you go from a nice restoration, and then when it gets to like the gore part, it's like
it dips to VHS.
Horrible. Like it looks like worse than VHS quality. But
wow,
I thought it was fun. Yeah, because they had no actual source material to like scan in anything to make it look a little nicer.
I remember we talked a little bit about that during our commentary last year, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, that's It's funny that they would put that on a Blu-ray. I absolutely love that.
I think it's like that even, I just have a Blu-ray. They made a new 4K out of it as well. And it's the same thing, which is an even harsher jump because it goes from a nice 4K image to that. And it's like...
To the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. We're at the 23rd, folks. I mean, how many do you think he dipped his finger in all of the bloods before Advent calendaring this?
Obviously,
do you think he has some sort of like disease from that?
You think he's got hepatitis from the holidays?
Safe. Like, what if he had a paper cut?
As long as he doesn't have a paper cut, he should be fine, right?
That's a good point. Yeah. It's interesting. It's something to ponder. We're on the 23rd. Santa doesn't show up, and Billy's offered the position of donning the suit. And this is kind of where things start lining up with the original a little bit more explicitly. But yeah, he's warned by himself, his internal voice, that if he wears the suit, that he'll lose control. And he's told, I need you to... But I guess when he gets the suit on, he sits down, and then he starts sweating and panicking. Clearly, this is uncomfortable because when he wears the suit, he's the killer, you know?
Yeah, so Charlie's trying to make sure he doesn't kill any little kids that are sitting on his lap.
I need you to forget who you are, to forget what you do.
Which is funny because he just told him the opposite like the day before.
That's kind of true. And I don't know. I think this scene of any feels the weirdest to me because like I don't quite understand why Billy has this like he's got a kid on his lap and he's got a Stanley knife in his other hand in the back and he's like struggling to not kill this kid on his lap.
He's a Dexter killer with the moral code. He only kills bad people. Why would he be tempted to kill an innocent child?
It doesn't make any sense.
Because he does like killing and he's so overpowered by like all of the sensations of what he does when he kills.
Yeah.
He's wearing the stupid Santa suit and he's clearly a little unstable, guys.
No,
like
but
he's not entirely well.
He's never been drawn to killing children from what I've seen, right? Like
we know of, yeah.
That's kind of the trauma that, created this was being protective of children, right? Like kind of.
Yes, but he, it's a strong urge after all these years to kill.
Here it is. This is what did I call it? I called it Santa radar early in the show. In my notes here, I have Santa sense, which is a lot better. It's more like Spidey sense for
Byron.
So, do we have thoughts on that kind of inner thing that he has, like this protective, almost like
it's almost like a guardian angel.
Yeah, well, it's extrasensory. What am I thinking of the word? Like it's magical. It's not grounded in reality, right? Like.
Well, I think that's kind of interesting because in the original film, he has a younger brother who he's trying to get back to save from the orphanage. Whereas he's a single child. He's a single child, so he might be protective of children in general, but in the first movie, he's quite literally doing it all to protect his own younger brother.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. And that is a big difference, I feel like.
Yeah, but I guess I'm thinking of this almost... I don't know why the word is escaping me, but there's something about like the sense that he has, like he's recognizing
that is Charlie, right?
Yeah,
it is Charlie. It's not him. It's Charlie.
But it's magical, right? I mean, like it's
for
it's
sure.
Not like he's not just noticing things.
So
it's like
to me, I don't know. Never mind. This might be a little spoilery.
Oh well,
you don't spoiler.
I mean, let's not.
I'll wait.
Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just interesting. This moment is kind of silly. This is my least favorite moment. Spoiler alert for my lows. Officer Max is in the back, and this is when he's snooping around. This is what he missed with the Santa sense that he missed. Is Officer Max gets a hold of Billy's resume and the bio. Of course, I paused on this. You know his name, it's Billy, but you don't know my story is the sentence that it says here. You already know my name, but not my story. And then I could make out parts of it. I love getting my hands dirty, it says. Then it says something about always enjoying a slashing good time. And then it says, I've been told I'm very cutting edge, which is kind of silly. Something about almost abstract style
kind of
fluid art, which is kind of weird. I didn't take him for an
splatters.
Artist. Yeah, but I don't know why that's in his resume here. And then it says here, not in one place for all that long usually. You could say I'm a drifter, looking for a job opportunity until I skip town again, fine with whatever hours you can give away. Which, like you pointed out, Kelly, this dad should have known he's a killer. Also, because he's got a Yahoo email address, BillyChaps367 at Yahoo. What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, the Yahoo, I agree.
7.
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Oh,
right,
no, what'd you do? Why'd you do that?
No scores.
Do you know I had to explain that to him?
To me,
That's like the first thing I've ever had to,
I'm
that
busy.
Byron didn't understand.
I'm busy. I got stuff going on.
I mean, other than alien stuff all the time, but
Great point,
that
yeah.
one.
So, I mean, the dad should have clearly known that he was a killer. He's literally
don't you remember the dad said he didn't like paperwork? He probably didn't even read it.
Maybe he didn't. He just went off of instinct, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, this is nice, though. We get kind of a tender moment of appreciation between Billy and Charlie, Santa, because he kind of saved his butt. They got through it together. This really kind of high stakes, donning a suit, proving himself to be able to keep things under control. And it was sweet. It was nice.
It was sweet. And then he tells me he's got to get back to work, but...
Yeah, if he stays too long, Billy loses control, and he doesn't get to pick, though. He has to continue killing. Kind of an odd rule. Kind of a muddy rule. I couldn't quite figure that out.
Heads up, friends. I've got 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, what... I'll just I'll run through some of this.
You guys can also finish off without me. I would not be offended at all.
I think that's fair, and we probably will. But I do want to get to a place here. I love a love jump scare. I think that's nice. Really sweet chemistry moment when Billy is tackled by why do I keep free Pamela? Of course, yeah. I thought this was sweet.
She goes by Pammy in the movie. I'm pretty sure it's Pammy.
Really nice chemistry. It kind of made me smile. They make love and then they exchange some sweet words. I want to stay with you. I want to go wherever you go. Eventually, he presents her with an Oops All Angels tree, which I thought was also super sweet. But it's time for Christmas Eve. We've got another title card.
Okay, but guess what? We didn't do any killings that day. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's not good. The noose is tightening as well because the police found the dead body of the first guy that he killed, who also turned out to be a killer. He killed his wife, stabbed her, and wrapped her up in a rug and put her in the basement. So good sense there. Folks are being interviewed by the cops. Billy's struggling here because he's trying to hold on to something good, something real that he found. He wants to, he really got a lot of value for being Santa for those kids, being with Pam. That's what he wants. And he's struggling with that. And that's when, oh my God, Pops is working late. Like you said, Kelly, he doesn't do well with the paperwork. I think he's getting frustrated. Is the business doing bad? I'm not really sure. Did the books look good? I don't know, but he goes outside. He finds a child tied up in a truck, and he's shot in the head violently by another Santa, which, of course, is the Snatcher. But I got to tell you, this mask is so good. The Snatcher mask is way better than Billy's bullshit outfit.
Just reminded me of a Purge mask.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know, better than just a Purge mask. You're talking about one of the best masked movies in horror history, other than The Strangers. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't anything that great. I still like Billy's get up better.
Yeah, this leads into kind of, I think, a pretty emotional moment. We're at Christmas Day. What a horrid event. I'm emotionally invested in all of these characters. I love the dad. Billy and Pammy were getting together. Like, Silent Night, Holy Night is playing. It gets to the end of it and it does a whisper. It's like super emotional. Like, I thought this was a great scene. And we have a struggling Pam who's saying, I wish Santa was real. Why? So she could get her Christmas wish. And this, to me, this little speech reminded me of Gremlins' Phoebe Kate moment where she's talking about her dead dad, right? I think that is nodding somewhat to that. But she wishes that she could get a hold of who did this to her dad so she could cut him to pieces. And this is when Billy says, "Do you trust me?" Which is a bad idea. And that's where I think we should stop talking about this. How do you feel about that, Kelly?
I feel like that's a good stopping point because I think that this is another one of those, like, we don't know what way it's going to go.
Yeah, he tells her, "What if I told you I could make your wish come true?" I'd say you should check out this dang film, Kelly. What's your highs and lows real quick?
I mean, my high is definitely the Nazi slaughter.
Okay.
It was really incredible. Although Sam was busy trying to be a father while I was watching this. So he didn't get to watch that scene. So I've got to show it to him because I really, A, I know he'll enjoy it. And B, I need to get some weapons authenticity from him on it, especially that machine gun she uses at the end. My low was probably... Okay, my low is part of a spoiler, though, so I've got to come up with a different low. My low is...
Oh, but text it to us on your way out, and we'll talk about it in a second.
I will text you.
So
my
score.
low...
Just do a final score, then. We'll steal your low later.
Okay, my score is 8.2 burning swastikas.
Okay, that's kind of fun. And those are your thoughts on this film. Kelly, I release you into the wild to pick up your children from their magical night at the Nutcracker. And I appreciate
Thank you so much.
Taking the time. Go enjoy some mulled wine, and we will talk soon, okay?
Thank you, guys. And
bye,
Jacob,
Kelly.
Good to see you, and happy holidays. And I'm sorry about the cold.
Are you watching Pluribus?
Love it.
Okay,
so
I'm all caught up.
So we are too.
I'm a big fan.
So much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone's having more
great.
fun than me. This sucks. Bye.
It's really good. Okay. Bye, guys.
No, Jacob's still here. Yes, right? Okay. There she goes. Wonderful. Now we can talk shit about
there I go. Do I go?
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
You talk shit about me anyway.
I know. I was joking. I was doing a joke. Oh, shit. I thought she was gone.
Oh, no.
Did we? I mean, I kind of shot through that. I feel like, I don't know. I think that it was a kind of a cool little sequence, though. Structurally, these kinds of films, it reminds me, going back to Dexter, the episode where Rita gets killed. Spoiler alert. Oh. It's like, spoiler alert. But there was something about, like, when things go really well, like things for Dexter were really working out. I mean, it's kind of a cheap writing trick. They're like, something awful is going to happen, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, you can't just have the rest of the series just be good. Like, something has to happen, or it's the end of the show. Like,
exactly. So
things can't just ride off into the sunset and have 3 seasons of happy Dexter with no killing.
And that's kind of what happened here, though, too. Like, everything is really working out for Billy. Like, he made it through the Santa thing. He basically found the love of his life, the person he's been looking for the entire time, the person who could, be the end of this streak of madness, right? Like, and of course, that has to be spoiled by her dad being killed and her kind of going through this awful thing, forcing his hand to, offer her a little bit of relief from this trauma that she's just experienced, because he's kind of the only guy who could do it, right? Like, in this world especially, I was trying to figure out what this is. Like, movies, I mean, God, maybe it's just a direct Dexter parallel, but there's something about serial killer versus serial killer, right? Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
And I think that it's been done. I think that there was like a South Korean film that was similar to this. I saw that? No, it's not. I Saw the Devil. It's something like that, or I don't know.
It could be. I haven't seen that though.
I'm not exactly sure, but there's something about that, like putting basically like the anti-hero versus like a true villain is like a really unique perspective,
right?
And I mean, we don't get a lot of the grabber. Like, I think they could have went overboard by like adding that character throughout the film more.
It was definitely a subplot that didn't need to be fleshed out into more of a serious storyline.
Super tasteful, yeah.
Now, do we think that her dad being murdered was a response, like a direct response to him skipping a day of missing a murder, Like, was that
like in
in
a magical sense?
Yeah, because like, I mean, you said like you can't miss a day, but like, what happens if you do? Like he did.
Yeah.
So like that wasn't like spelled out as like what happens when you do.
I kind of love Jacob, and I know it's just like there's something about this that feels way more complicated than it needs to be, but
Right.
at the same time, like not trying to overly exposition itself. That's not correct. Like there's something kind of cool about that, right? Like,
right.
And it also like leaves it up to interpretation. You're like the magical elements of this, you're not really sure how they work, which is cool. Typically, if it was overly used, I'd be asking questions like, what the fuck? Where's this? Why is this? How does this? Those kinds of questions. But that's a good point. I didn't think about that. We've got the Snatcher. I think we are going to stop there. Actually, we haven't done this in a while. Why don't you, if you don't, what do I say? What do I typically say? I say if you don't, and we haven't done a spoiler in so long that I don't even have
giveaways.
Yeah, I guess. How do I lead into it? It's time for dead giveaways. Maybe that.
I think that's all it is. Yeah.
This is the point in the show where we spoil a movie. If you want to watch this movie, take a second, go rent Silent Night, Deadly Night, the remake. So you can watch the spoiler free. That sounds like a good idea. And if you just want to review the end, why don't you skip a few seconds? I don't know. Figure it out. You listen to podcasts. You've done this before. Jacob, spoilers. What do you want to talk about?
So, like, basically, I didn't even think about it, one aspect of this, until we're already talking. But so there was the Dexter connection, obviously, with everything that's been going on. But also, I got a really big Chucky connection with the way it's almost like the spirit of a serial killer is being transferred into another body. Whereas it was is it Charles Lee Ray?
Charles Lee Ray is the name of I'm not.
So he's a serial killer. His soul gets put into this little doll's body, and that's the movie Child's Play.
Yeah, someone slanderously, that's not how you say that, told me slanderously, there we go, told me that Chucky was a pedophile, and I had to defend that. Like, I don't think he was ever a pedophile. We know Freddy Krueger is kind of a gray character, but I don't think Chucky, I mean, he was just a bad guy, right?
Right. So, but in this movie, Charlie is the serial killer, and when he dies, his spirit of the serial killer gets transferred into Billy's body,
which is cool.
And they are in Hackett, Minnesota, which is like Hackensack, New Jersey.
Oh, see, and is that the relationship between that and Child's Play? Is that where Child's Play is at?
Hackensack, or Child's Play takes place in Hackensack, New Jersey.
See, I didn't know that.
I feel like that's got to be connected. That can't be like.
So, and all this is revealed in, like we mentioned, the staggered flashback sequences that are shown. This is the last of those flashback sequences where we see that Billy, after his mom and dad have been killed, and the mom, I think, how did she hurt the Santa guy who ended up being Charlie, the janitor, I guess, right?
He was just the creepy janitor
and I think it was Charlie because he had a name tag that said Charlie on it.
No, that was Charlie, so he was just a serial killer.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's like
and he wasn't.
Was Charlie? Charlie's a bad guy.
He was dressed as Santa when he killed him, but he wasn't dressed as Santa in the nursing home
as the janitor. He was just
a normal janitor.
Second person we see. That's kind of interesting. Right. I hadn't really thought about that because I don't consider Charlie, the internal voice who's forcing him to kill, to be necessarily a bad guy. But
no, it is weird because he has like a moral compass where he only kills bad people, but then again, Charlie himself killed this guy's parents who weren't. I guess no, they were bad people because they killed the grandpa. They killed the grandpa.
Well, they didn't kill the grandpa. They just didn't care that he died, right? Or didn't they
like give him pill? I think they gave him poison and killed him. That's why he coughed up blood.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're right. I completely forgot about that. They were bad. I don't know, and we're gonna get yelled at because we didn't immediately talk about that. So people probably tuned out already. Thank you, everyone, for correcting us.
I blame Kelly.
Yeah,
she should have brought it up.
Kelly, listen, if I didn't have this detailed outline, I don't think we'd be anywhere. So, Interesting. So Charlie was killing the parents because they killed the grandpa. Wow. Okay. This all makes sense. But the cool thing about this is the kind of the visible transfer of Charlie into the body of the boy. So the mom mortally wounded Charlie, the murderer dressed in a Santa suit, and the boy version of Billy felt almost compelled to come up to him and touched his hand, and then almost like electricity, almost like the film Shocker from around the same time as all those other remake or the 80s, whatever. I think Shocker was actually 91 or something, but I could be mistaken. Either way, Charlie enters the body of Billy, and from the age of 8, he's had the voice, and he kind of discloses everything to Pam. And then we have were you going to talk about the foster mom? Was that the spoiler too that we were going to talk about? I don't know. We don't need to really get into it.
Because in the original, it was like a bunch of nuns at an orphanage, and those were like the.
Did he know where his brother was, or was he magically pulled to the orphanage as well?
I don't know. I think he knew his brother was still there.
Okay. But it almost felt like it wasn't explicitly stated. They're just like, where's he going? And
Yeah.
So,
well, and somehow the cops knew. They're like, he's going to come back here. And it's like, okay, I guess if you say so.
That's how Loomis of you, right? Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
But yeah, like Charlie, he has that compass skill. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if we actually need to even really talk about that, other than I want to say that ball pit is clearly a needle pit from Saw reference, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
Very cool. I liked how
it was fun. It was fun.
I like the Snatcher, or the Snatcher. That's right. I like the character of the Snatcher. I think that it was a great addition. It was a cool little left turn. Definitely something that was needed in this film. Jacob, let's do some highs and lows, some as above, so belows. What's your high point in this?
I think the high point is just all of the additional story that was weaved into the spirit of the original, just to give it a little more than like this one note, like, kill spree. Like there's a lot more to it, and I like the expansion without drifting too far away. Like it was very tastefully done.
And your low though? I'm kind of struggling too.
No boobs.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen. I feel like modern horror has shown way more dong, which is actually really cool. Like I'm in full support of that. Like turn the tides a little bit. But yeah, actually, lows.
It's really.
I guess for me, it could have been a little meaner.
Sure.
Like I don't want to say this was like a fun, like easy, like romp in the park, but like it could have gotten a little darker.
It's got a lot of heart, right? And that's actually my high, I think, is that kind of like the sequence where everything kind of starts working out for Billy. I think that was really nice and kind of unexpected for a film like this, right? Like,
totally.
I think we really care about Billy and his happiness, and it's not like it's hard these days to make a character likable, even though they're a killer. It seems like Ryan Murphy's really got that market kind of dialed in, huh? But this is a different thing. It was a really sweet sequence. I was gonna say my low was having to watch that cop touch Pam, but. Because that was creepy, but that was also like a really great moment as well. You know what?
It was great because she's such a strong character, and her reaction to everything is it's cool.
Maybe it was the silly moments. I think that maybe it didn't take itself as serious in other moments, like him putting Santa suits in the closet, and like the Advent calendar isn't really explained. It's kind of interesting, but like. There's some like moments where you're like, what fucking film am I watching here? But I think when it settles into like being exactly like the more complex, but also less like, I don't know, they did not spell anything out. Like it's actually like a really brilliant take on a film that was a little bit meandering and something that I thought was more like a luck thing than a skill thing. The fact that Silent Night, Deadly Night worked out at all, the original.
And then got, this is the 6th installment. Like
technically,
Yeah, that's funny. It's if you want to count Christmas Bloody Christmas as an unofficial installment, because Joe Begos did go to them with his idea as a pitch, and they're just like
in early 2020,
and they're just like, no, that strays too far from the original, and he's like, all right, fuck you, I'm gonna make it myself then.
Yeah, robotic Santa version of Silent Night, Deadly Night. I don't know, could have been silly, right? Like,
I mean, but also I haven't seen 3, 4, and 5, so I can't say how far away they get from the original as well. I did like the nod to the second one where he said, "Hey, it's garbage day," just like quickly. Like,
I didn't see the second one yet. I've heard it's actually like better,
an
right?
infamous meme scene where the killer just says it's garbage day and then starts shooting people with a gun.
Oh, he's got a gun? Oh, no.
And I want to say the second movie's like not even, it's in like LA where it's like palm trees and not even snowy or Christmassy, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
I love that.
But yeah, there was a little tiny nod to the second one with that.
I love that. Yeah, and honestly, I'm so like I think of the Christmas horror films that we've seen recently, this sits just below like Anna and the Apocalypse, like in terms of like the films that we've covered for the show during this season. I really enjoyed this. I was surprised by it, and like I think that it's delightful to see someone take again the source material that was really not a lot there, not a lot of meat on the bones, and kind of run with it in a unique way, you know, without leaning too heavily in any one direction. Yeah. I cannot wait to see what Mike P. Nelson does next. Give him an original property, please. Like, it seems like he does even better there if the Domestics is all it's talked about. You know,
maybe I need to go back and check that one out.
Yeah, I mean, Wrong Turn was fine. I think it was fine. I wasn't didn't knock me over or anything. But this is great. Absolutely delightful, and I give Christmas Bloody Christmas. Goodness gracious, let's say 7.3 trinkets, huh?
Well, wrong movie. First of all, this was Silent Night, Deadly Night.
What did I call it?
Christmas Bloody Christmas.
Oh, fuck off. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I give Silent Night, Deadly Night 7 point. Now I have to give it 7.3. Is that one more? Cute little angels on a Christmas tree. There we go. Jacob, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, no, it was it's a good companion piece. I think it would be ideal to kind of watch both. Maybe not immediately back to back, but it takes what the original did and expands upon it in a way that is fun and original. And yeah, I think it's definitely a good entry into the Christmas holiday horror movie canon. And yeah, I think I would give it 7.2 hockey fights.
Okay. And those are our thoughts on Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now you have me really nervous that I'm going to fuck this up, which is available now in limited theatrical, and I don't know when it's getting a digital release, but once it does, go check it out, and once you've seen it, let us know what you think about it. Reach out to us on, social media, at Frightday on Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky. I swear we'll start using it. Send us an email, contact@frightday.com. It's just boring over there.
I have no.
Yeah. Yes, no. We can have a conversation about it at discord.frightday.com. You can leave a comment below the episode's show notes at frightday.com. Great website. But yeah, holy cow.
We're gonna have a discourse about Blue Sky on Discord.
Oh no, about the film, of course.
Oh, okay.
I should have recentered the conversation. I'm sorry, Jacob.
No, that's me.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to hear what people think about this. Also, let's have some general horror Christmas discussion in all those places. What's a good pairing for this, right? What would you double feature with this? What would your staff pick be? All of those questions. Yeah. Jacob, gosh, keep that beard long, buddy. It sounds like it's been chilly where you are.
A little chilly.
But it's also magical. I hear tomorrow night you're going to go see the big tree at Rockefeller Center, right?
Yes, we're taking the train into the city and hopefully going to have a little family fun for the holiday spirit. Get in the holiday spirit.
I love it. Like I was in New York in December a couple times actually. Nice. It really is a magical experience. So, and I know you've been over there a couple years. I don't know if this is your first time to the big tree.
It will be, yeah. And none of us like big crowds and lots of people, so it should be a very easy time.
There's a lot of room. I don't know. I think you'll be okay.
It's a big place. No, I'm not too worried. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. Yeah, I guess, what is all the stuff that I say? I end too many podcasts now. And Kelly usually is talking right up until the end, so I get a big panic, and then I say something about people, staying in the holiday spirits and also staying scared.
You've been listening to an Audio Wool original, produced by Byron McKoy. Theme music is provided by Yawns. For more programs like this, visit audiowool.co.